Okay, awesome. So this morning we had CPI. CPI came out to 3.3%, which caused the dollar to actually drop. You guys can see that this is a dollar here. Dollar shot down, gold shot up. You see this? This is a dollar index. And why did the dollar shoot down? Look left. We had an imbalance here. There's a huge imbalance candle. Gold was consolidating. Dollar was consolidating, and then it shot down to fill this imbalance here. This long candle was the news. News is just an excuse. So whenever there is negative news, you want to do the opposite, right? Negative news, gold will shoot up. Positive news, gold will shoot down. And with the dollar, it does the opposite as well. The dollar does the opposite what gold does. So gold shot up, dollar shot down. If dollar shoots up, gold will shoot down. So it does the opposite to each other. It doesn't always, does the opposite, but in situations like this, it does happen where you see you can use a dollar as a confirmation as well to see where price is headed. Now we see that the dollar shot down. Okay. Going back to gold. It gave me this huge impulsive move here. So make sure everybody's muted here. For those that just entered the call, welcome, welcome, welcome. As you guys can see here, got gold shot up because of news. Later today, we have the Fed rate news. It will be at 12 p.m. Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We have the Fed rate news, which is very important. Is due to the inflation, interest rates. They're predicting 5.5. So they've been at this, it's been at the same percentage for the last over a year. So interest rate, when you go to firstfactory.com, it explains why traders care.
My first take profit. Woo!
Let's go. Somebody hit TP. Short-term interest rates are the paramount factor in currency evaluation. Traders look at most other indicators merely to predict how rates will change in the future. So be careful trading around these times. Okay. Especially for beginners, I highly recommend you don't trade during news. You guys should actually observe what happens to price. Observe how price reacts when news drop. Okay, like this morning, CPI, you see how gold shot up. You see how gold shot up. So taking this type of entry is very risky, especially for my beginners. You guys want to wait after news, okay? After news. So wait until New York open. New York opens in 15 minutes. Wait in 15 minutes for it to look for potential entries, potential moves. Price could potentially pull back down after this huge impulsive move. Price can come back down, can do a pullback. So just be mindful of that. we do have a 61.8 that I marked up yesterday here, halfway to this imbalance here. You see how gold was shooting down at one point. It was on a downtrend, and then now it's uptrending, right? We had this huge imbalance right here. Okay, price never came back to fill up this huge imbalance here. Price is now trending up. We have a 61.8 halfway to this imbalance here. Every time there's an imbalance in the market, price has to come and fill it out, close out the order. Imbalances are basically gap in the markets, so it means that there's money left over, meaning that all these sellers came in, it was sellers dominant, made a cause price push down, and now buyers are coming in and are now dominating. Okay, so I do see gold going to 2350 area and then doing a retracement. Okay, it may continue to shoot up and then down. So I still see gold pushing for another 20, not 20 pips, another 20, 40, another 40 pips. I'm sorry, another 140 pips, 150 pips. So I still see gold pushing for another 140 pips to the 61.8 zone. I'm gonna take my measurement pool right now. Gold is at 2335 area. You can see gold pushing another 120 pips, 130 pips before it retraces back down. So we'll see. We'll see when New York open in 15 minutes. We'll see how price reacts, but that's where I see gold going. Yesterday I called out this buy. At first it hit my stop loss, and then I took the reentry at 2310. We called it out at 2315 within this blue zone. Okay, we called it out at 2315. And for those that were on my call, you guys are my witnesses. We called this buy at 2315, and it stopped me out. It stopped me out, and then I had an opportunity to take my second entry. I took it at 2310. When it came back down to my hourly zone, okay, I have my internal zone, which is my blue zone, and then I have my hourly zone, which is my gray zone. Okay, when it comes down to gold, I trade from zone to zone, key level to key level, because gold respects these key levels, these price levels. Okay, so every $5, every $10 price tends to react. Okay, it respects these levels. So every 50 pips to 100 pips, price respects those levels. Now, when it stopped me out, it stopped out my first trade, which is okay. So I took my second entry at 2310. It almost stopped me out as well. I had my stop loss at 2305. Okay, as you guys can see here, I entered here. I entered here, and then I was in drawdown for about almost 40. I was in drawdown for like 45 pips, almost 50 pips. It almost stopped me out here, but it didn't. And it reversed. You see why it's so important to have like 50 pips as a stop loss, 40 to 50 pips, so that way you have enough breathing room in case it wicks out. You see here, this doji candle, when I saw this doji candle, it reversed. I was like, yes, thank you. Right? I saw this doji candle, right? This, and then it reversed. So it was a close call. Who took this 2310 position that I called out yesterday? Let me know in the chat if you guys took this entry when I called it out. So 2310, I took it and then it came up. Throughout the day, it was consolidating. You see, it was consolidating throughout the day. Price was consolidating because it was preparing for news. Before news, price tends to consolidate. Price tends to move slow. And then all of a sudden, ooh, it shot up. News hit. Look at this, guys. Boom. It hit my TP2, my TP1, TP2, TP3. TP3 was 23.25. It surpassed that. A total of 150 pips. I could have held it for a little bit longer, but I already have my parameters set up. Hold on, guys. Can you guys still hear me? Drop a 1-1 in chat. Somebody's calling me. Let me know if you guys can still hear me. Drop a 1-1 in chat if you guys can still hear me. Just want to make sure I'm good. Okay. Somebody tried calling me on my phone. Okay, we're good. So let me do the reversal tool. So throughout the day yesterday, price was consolidating. News hit at 5:30 my time. Boom. Let me actually go back a little bit because I want to actually see this 5 minutes before news. Or actually 15 minutes, 45. I'm gonna go to the 5-minute here. You see, this is all liquidity, all money building up. Yeah, I'll go over that, Greta. So before news, there was liquidity being built up. Let's see what happens 15 minutes before news. Give me a bullish candle here.
Come on.
Make sure you guys mute yourself before when you guys come in. 15 minutes before news, give me a bullish candle. $10 gave me this kind of like a doji, right? It was indecisive where it wants to go, whether to break up or to break down. It just gave me this wick. Boom, gave me another bullish candle 5 minutes before news here. Looks like it wants to push up. News hit, boom. Look at that. This was a 5:30 news here. 5:30 local time, by the way. Boom, right there. A total of over 100 pips. 130 pips. Wow. 130 pips, guys. The size of this bullish candle is 130 pips. You see how you can really catch a bag on news real quick. You guys know what you're doing. You guys can catch a big bag with news. But for my beginners, I recommend you guys just observe and watch and see how price reacts and really study. But for my people that are risk takers, my advanced people, you guys can truly capitalize on news. But yeah, this is a total of 130 pips. And then once it did that, it hit my TP3. I was holding the position since yesterday. And throughout the day yesterday, price was just consolidating because there was news happening this morning. And then it just shot up, broke structure, shot up. And now let's see where it's at right now. Right now it's pulling back down because it broke above 2335. Now it's coming back down to retest. At this point, just go based off market structure. We have New York open in 3 minutes. We have an imbalance here from news. So price could potentially pull down to fill halfway of this imbalance before the continuation to the upside. Yes, facts, definitely. Yeah, for my people, don't feel like you're missing out. You didn't miss out on anything. There's always another opportunity. There's always another opportunity. This is just one of those opportunities that you could definitely just take that take this as an experience, as a lesson. But don't feel like you're missing out on anything because there's always another opportunity. There's news happening tomorrow. There's news happening on Friday. So don't feel like you're missing out. There's always an opportunity in the markets. Now, I do see gold shooting up to 61.8 level, which is 2350. So we could see a break and retest. I know somebody mentioned a chat about imbalances, the gap in the market. Here, we have this huge gap, this imbalance here. This is an imbalance candle. And for those that don't know what imbalances are, is basically a gap in the market that money is being left over. When you see a huge impulsive move like this and price never came up to fill it, that's an imbalance. When there's no balance in the market, because it's like everything in life, everything in nature, it has to be balanced. Nature has to be balanced, right? There's laws, everything has to be balanced, right? Same thing in markets, it has to balance itself. So we have an imbalanced candle here. And I took the fibs from the high to low. We have a 61.8, which is a golden ratio here. Halfway towards this imbalance, I see price pushing up before the pull down. It may pull up and then retracement, the downside, before the big move up. And we have Fed news coming today. Okay, we have the Fed news later today. So that could push price up. That could shoot price up, liquidate, and then a big push down. And then a buy up. We could see that happening. We could see a big push to the upside. When Fed news hit, we can see a big push up. We could see it liquidate. And then we can see a big push down. And then we can see a big push up. We could see something like this. Boom, boom. A few days, a week later after Fed news, price is going to create a new higher high. And this call is being recorded. Gold is going to shoot up to 2,500. I'm calling it right now. Gold is going to shoot up to 2,500. Why? Because look, I can show you guys what happened last Fed rate news, May 1st. What happened? The same move happened. It resulted a bullish candle last time. What? Let's look back. May 1st. Let's look back. Here. May 1st. Let's see what happened. May 1st is here. And how I'm showing you guys is the way I study. This is how I backtest. This is how I study. Let's look back. May 1st. This was Fed's. Right here, this bullish candle right here, this was Fed news. This long bullish candle right here, this was Fed's. Price was pushing up before news, came down to liquidate some of these buyers, and then it pushed price up when Fed hit. Numbers got released, it pushed price up, came back down, and then it came back down even more. Started to consolidate, and then accumulation, and then it finally broke above. You see that? A few days after Fed rate news, look what happened to gold. Look what happened to price. It was on an uptrend. It started an uptrend. And it created a new higher high. 2450 was a previous all-time high. Well, actually, it's our current all-time high is 2450. Previous all-time high was 2415. All-time high right now is 2450 with gold, but it created an all-time high, 2450, after Fed news, after May 1st. This was May 19th, and it created an all-time high. And then price came after the all-time high, price came back down, downtrend, just like how it happened back here. It experienced a downtrend. Same pattern is happening. It's experiencing a downtrend. We're now consolidating. Price pushed down. You see right now here we're in this green zone. Look what happened in the past. The past was accumulating. Now gold right now is positioning itself. It's an accumulation, this green zone, this green box here. And we're going to see another bullish run After Feds, we're going to see another bullish run happening. And this is going to go to 2,500. Do you guys see the pattern here? Do you see how it's like moving similar to what happened last time? Right now we're in this green box, and you see how we're going to see another bullish run, how it happened here. This is a bullish run here. We could see another one happening here. So that's why I'm buying gold, because we can ride this bull, can ride this wave. You guys want to join the wave? Now's the opportunity. Don't miss out on the wave. Have your surfboard ready. We're gonna go surfing. It's gonna create a new higher high. Fed news is later this morning. Today is Fed news. Go to forexfactory.com. You're able to see it there. What goes up must come down. Exactly. Practice more than you trade. Yes. Practice more than you trade. Sell more than you trade. How do you know what, Vanetta? How do I know what?
How did you know when you did your back test that that bullish candle was from Fed News?
Because last Fed was in May 1st. You guys, you can come to Forex Factory, and then you can click on federal funds rate. It gives you the dates here. What happened?
Okay.
Oh, May 2nd. It was actually May 2nd. So May 2nd, March 21st, February 1st. It gives you the numbers here. What happened in the past? What happened last time? It gives you the previous numbers. And then I go.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna ask?
No, it sounds like you was about to answer me. Then you go back. Go ahead.
Yeah, then you go back, you look at the date, and then you go back to Trading View and go back and go to that date. Like, for example, it's May 2nd. Let me see. Yeah, so it was here. Result of this bullish candle. So you go back to the date, and then that's how you study. Like, you go back and you look how price was reacting, what type of move it gave you. You see how it gave me this bullish candle. It shot up, and then it came back down, and price was consolidating. I'm looking at the 1 hour. But yeah, you gotta look at the higher time frames, and then you work your way down. So look at the 1 hour, then look at the 15-minute. And see how price was reacting. Really, I just be studying these candles, like study the candlesticks, see what kind of candlestick confirmation patterns are giving you. And based on that, you'll see, okay, this is where I could have entered, this is where I could have exit. So this morning you could have backtest what happened this morning. This morning, you see how this morning was CPI news. You see price coming back down now, because every time there's a big push up, price has to come back down to fill this imbalance, because this is an imbalanced candle. You see how price was consolidating before news, and then it shot up. It tends to do that every time. It's very typical for price to do that whenever there's news happening. Price tends to consolidate, and then it can either push down or it can push up. So that's why it's risky to trade news, because it can go either way. You just never know what the market's. It's all manipulation. It's all manipulation at the end of the day. You know, you're going against the big banks and institutions. They can do whatever they want to do. All you gotta do is follow market structure, follow your trading plan, and stick with that. You know, but yesterday I had already called this out, so I was just holding. And then, you know, when price shot up, you know, I just took my take profits and I'm out. You know, I could have, you know, held it a little bit longer, but I didn't want to do that because I knew that price was going to do something like this. Price was eventually going to come back down after the big push up, you know. So I just kept my parameters, I kept my position, I didn't modify anything. You know, I had my TP1, my TP2, TP3 set up already, my stop loss. You know, I'm good with that. But now we see price pushing down back to this imbalance before the big move up. So right now, just wait. Let me go back to my other chart. Did that answer your question, Vanetta? Hope it did.
Yes, it did. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. For those that have any more questions, drop it in the chat, or you can feel free to unmute yourself. So we see price pushing down. Because it's New York Open. This is a 6:30. And right now I'm in a 15-minute time frame. We see price pushing down. At this point, just go based off market structure, break and retest, and trade from zone to zone. Price came up to 2340 area. So I'm going to mark up my another key level there at 2340. Just put my horizontal line there. Round it to the nearest phone number, 2340.00. That's my resistance there. Price is coming down. We have about a minute left on this 15-minute candle until the next candle. Are you guys getting some value? Let me know. You guys are getting some value on this call. Since I traded this morning, I'm not trading today. You know, since I got profits this morning, I'm done trading. You know, I'm done trading. I'm just gonna be observing today of what's gonna happen. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to trade because tomorrow we have unemployment. We have unemployment claims tomorrow, and we also have PPI tomorrow. So we have more news happening tomorrow. We have speeches, you know, Treasury Secretary Yellen speaking. We have the 30-year bond auction. And then Friday, we have the prelim, University of Michigan consumer sentiment. So we have news back to back. So today, I'm just going to be observing what's going to happen.
Question.
What's up?
Hey, Carlos, it's Kevin.
What's up, Kevin?
Hey, brother. So, okay, so
So,
can you explain to people the significance, like at least for the people that's pretty new, the significance of the news, of how it can benefit trading news, like the significance of it? Because
yeah.
it's a lot of people who don't really fully grasp the why we're trading off the news, but it can be of significant use. Could you just break that down for them?
Of course. That's a great question. So for my people, for my beginners who are watching this recording, for those that are on this call, trading news is very, very important because this is part of your fundamental analysis. So you have fundamental analysis and you have technical analysis. Fundamentals is going over news, going over what's happening in the economy, you know, going over the numbers, like looking at Forex Factory, going like reading these articles, and reading the details, like what is CPI? It tells you here it's Consumer Price Index. Consumer Price Index, why traders care. Consumer prices account for a majority of overall inflation. Inflation is important to currency valuation because rising prices lead the central bank to raise interest rates out of respect for their inflation containment mandate. So there's a change in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers. And they released the numbers here. These are live numbers. Okay. You can also go to the federalreserve.gov website. This is where I like to go as well, to read more articles. federalreserve.gov. You have all the answers in front of you. All you gotta do is look. All you gotta do is look. You seek and you shall find. Ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. It's in the Bible. Like, search for the answers, and then you're gonna find all the answers. You have it. It's here in this website. Go to federalreserve.gov. They literally post everything here, everything about what's happening in the world and the economy here in this website. They release all the meetings, all the FOMC meetings. Everything's recorded, documented. You guys want to watch the Federal Reserve news this later today? It's going to be here live, right? You guys can see here, watch live, June 12th, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's when it starts. And you guys can watch the Federal Reserve board member, Mr. Jerome Powell, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. He's going to speak live here, and he's going to be pretty much giving you the info. Oh, we're going to see our target rate is 2% for inflation right now. They're probably going to pause it at 5.5, keep it around that percentage, which is going to cause the dollar to, push price to the upside. So, but yeah, he's going to go live later today here in this website, federalreserve.gov. I'll go ahead and post it here in the chat for you guys. So that way you guys can check it out. There you go. You guys can read more about what's happening here. Okay. The numbers. Same thing as red folder, disabled USD. So red folders indicate high impact. High impact. I only focus on red folders and orange folders. I don't focus too much because these are high impact. Yellow and gray folders are mild impact, are less, they're less impactful. But I focus on red and orange folders because price tends to react more and there's more volatility in the markets whenever you see, high impact folders. So for example, this morning we got CPI, Consumer Price Index. Okay, and it's crazy how it's on the same day as the federal funds rate. And all of this is pre-planned. It's all already planned out. Okay, this is already planned out. So it's crazy how it's on the same day. It's all manipulation at the end of the day. So this was already planned out. So we had CPI that resulted 3.3%. Okay, the previous number was 3.4. It dropped down by 0.1%, 3.3. And when you guys look at the chart, you see how it affected price. It shot gold to the upside. You see how it resulted in this huge bullish candle. When news hit, CPI hit, it resulted in this bullish candle on gold. You see how you can really capitalize on news, because whenever there's a news event that's being dropped, it caused price to move. There's a lot of volatility happening. There's a lot of liquidity sweep. A lot of institutions are coming in to liquidate all these buyers, and sellers are stopping them out, taking their money. And then look at the dollar. It's also important to look at the USD dollar, the US dollar index. You see how it pushed the dollar down to the downside when news hit. Look what happened to price. It created this bearish candle. And I'm only going to be focusing on gold on these calls. I'm not trading any other pairs. I'm going to be focusing on gold. That's it, period. For those that don't like gold, you guys can jump off respectfully. You know, like I'm gonna be focusing on gold. If you guys want to stick with gold, you guys can stay on these calls because like I'm only gonna be focusing on gold because I'm only focusing on one thing at a time. Because whatever I teach you guys, my strategy, it works with gold. It works with gold. Okay. And yes, it can work for other Forex pairs, it can work for other pairs. But like with gold, it's just gold is just my big, gold is just my pair that I trade, and it works tremendously. Like it works really good with this pair. So and also I've been doing these calls for the past over a month, almost 2 months, going into 2 months. So like I know it works, and I'm gonna keep doing it, and it's gonna be recorded. I'm gonna be showing you guys step by step, like I'm pretty much gonna be documenting all this, and I'm showing you guys like you know I'm really going to grow this community. Like, I hope you guys realize that I'm going to grow this community. There's going to be, I see 27 people on this call. I see 27,000. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to grow this community by doing these calls, by just giving more value. Yeah, so that's the game plan. That's the intention, is to really duplicate myself and to duplicate this strategy, to other people. So you guys are right now in the beginning stages. Like right now, we're in the beginning stages. We're building this foundation and building this these calls. So, anyways, going back to the US dollar, we see the imbalance here, right? Because when you look at the past, you look left to be right. So here we had an imbalance, right? A bullish imbalance here. This is a gap in the market. You see how price shot up and then it started to consolidate, and now it's coming back down to fill this imbalance. Okay, to fill the halfway point of this imbalance. So whenever you see something like this in the markets, eventually price is going to shoot down. Whenever you see this gap in the market, eventually price has to come back down to fill that area, to fill that gap. Not all imbalances get filled, but typical imbalances like this, it does get filled. This simply indicates that buyers came in, dominated, and then now sellers are coming in and pushing price down because they're cashing out, they're withdrawing profits, they're stopping all the buyers out. So that's why price is pushing down now, because we have money left over here from all these buys. Does that make sense? We have money left over on the table. So now price is coming down to fill it up, to stop to withdraw, to stop out. Like that's the whole meaning behind that. It's all pattern recognition. You see, we also had a gap here in the market. You see, have you guys seen this before? When price does this, like it creates a space here. Have you guys seen this before? You wonder why this happens? Have you guys seen this before? This happens because whenever market closes and then reopens, it leaves a gap, like something like this. Because there's a lot of orders that were placed from all the traders. Orders were placed and were never closed. So when market reopens again later in the day, it creates this gap. And then eventually it has to come back down to fill it. And it did. You see? Price shot up, consolidated, and then when market opened, or market this was later in New York. This was London session actually. So London session open, boom, fill the gap. You see how price eventually has to fill this gap. This is also an imbalance. Whenever you guys see this space, that also counts as an imbalance because it's a gap in the market. Same thing here. It's a gap in the market. It has all this space here. It has all this space. Now price came down. And now it's within this area, halfway to this imbalance. And you guys can also use this as a take profit, as an exit point, or as an entry point. Okay. I like to use it as an exit point, right? As a target, as a potential target, where I can catch some profits. Let's see here. But yeah, when it comes down to the news, it's very important to learn the fundamentals of it. I just started by going to Forex Factory and going over the articles, reading through it, and also back testing it by clicking on each of these folders. For example, if I want to study what happened during CPI this morning, I'll go to CPI and I would focus on the yearly, year-to-year CPI, this one, year-to-year. I know there's different ones. There's a core CPI, CPI monthly by monthly, and then we have the CPI year-to-year. I'm going to focus on this year-to-year CPI. And then you click on the folder to read more details, and then there you go. It gives you other sources as well. The Bureau of Labor Statistics. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, that's the department that releases the numbers. Okay, the Department of Bureau of Labor Statistics, it releases the numbers for all news events. And then you check out the history, check out the dates. And then, for example, May 15th was the last time we had a CPI event. That was a previous number, May 15th. You go back to the chart and you go back to May 15th and you look at what happened to price back in May 15th. What kind of candle did it form? Was it a bullish or a bearish move? Was it an uptrend, downtrend? And you start just studying like that, by really looking at the patterns. And now you see price going back. Let's go, CJ. 2 hours should be your limit on studying. 1 hour go lives, Carl YouTube channel, 1 hour back test, market on chart or something that's huge. Just a mindset, watch it as you listen to and see. Facts, see. Yeah, 2 hours, 1 hour studying go live. And then another hour of watching the recordings, doing your back testing. But yeah, that's a good routine right there. Ever since I've been on social media for 2 months, I've been noticing growth in myself, in my bag. That's a fact, CJ. I've seen your growth as well, man. I noticed it, CJ. Let's drop some congratulations for CJ. He's been really catching the bag, guys. He's been really studying, really tapped in. He told me he's been off of social media and he's been focusing on himself, focusing on his skill set in his craft. And we met in person, we've been hanging out, we've been masterminding, we've been just studying, we've been really talking about it. We've been talking, getting out trades, this is what I see, this is, we've just been exchanging value. I've been learning from him as well. He's been giving me some value, a different perspective about the markets. And CJ, congratulations, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. You're really killing it, man. And you're laser focused, man. Think about it, he's been off of social media for 2 months and it's really elevated his skill, and I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm barely posting on social media. I've just been working a lot behind the scenes, working on my craft, doing these calls and really just being a part of the product. Just be a part of the product, guys. Truly be a part of the product. Sharpen your axe, learn a skill, because whatever you do in private, it'll be rewarded in public. Whatever you do in private, it's going to be, celebrated in public. So yeah, work in private, work in silence, and when you shine, people will see it. But But I thank Jesus, I thank God for the skill and for using me as a vessel to be able to teach this information, show you guys what has helped me. So yeah, I'm very, very, very grateful. Now we see price coming down. $6.45, we just hit the new hour. And it's still giving me a bearish candle, the 15-minute. So for my beginners, don't stress yourself out about news, especially if you're a beginner, because it's going to take time. It's going to take time for you to really understand this and to really, to finally like to get a clear understanding, to see why does this number, well, what's the meaning of this number? What's the meaning of that number? Like how does that affect it? Like it's gonna take time. It's a lot of information to go over this call. Like my intention wasn't to go over news, a lot of news. Yes, we had news event this morning, but I'll save it for another day to really break down news, and I'll do a whole video going over that. But as of right now, I'm gonna be looking for a next setup for you guys. But when it comes down to news, just go over forexfactory.com, go through the folders, read the details, back test by just clicking on the folders, looking at the dates, and going back to your chart and looking at what happened on May 15th, what happened on May 1st. Last time we had the Fed rate, May 2nd, May 1st. Look at what happened at that time. And unemployment claims. We have unemployment claims every Thursday. Okay, click on that. Study what happened last Thursday. Study what happened on the Thursday before that. And so you see, so that's how I study. No one taught me how to study the news. Like no one taught me how to really study news. Like I had to do this on my own. Yes, I had like a couple, I had people that helped me, but still like I had to really do the dirty work. I really had to apply myself to really study news. And how I studied was basically going over Forex Factory, reading these articles, and going back to my chart and go to that date that news hit. And that's how I study. And I see how price reacted. I just go based off market structure. I see how price reacted every time there's a news event. It leaves an imbalance. And I see where price is heading. So don't stress yourself out with news. It's gonna take time for you to really learn this. This is part of your fundamental analysis, and then you have your technical analysis, which is this, your markups. But I wouldn't stress too much about news because like it's you don't want to be trading during news. You want to wait after news. When New York Open hits, after a pullback, I'm out of wait after news to trade. Because when you trade during news, you can be stopped out easily. You can be liquidated. It can go either way. You see, I had a buy position. I was holding this position since yesterday, and price was consolidating. But price could have gone to the downside. It could have gone either way. It can go down and then shot up, or it can shoot up, or it can continue down. But in this case, it shot up. See, it shot up, so it worked out. It worked out. So you would have situations like this that it's just gonna go your way. Like yesterday, I called out to buy. It almost hit my stop at 23.05. I entered at 23.10. My stop loss was at 23.05, and then I have my TP at 23.20. No, 23.15, 23.20, and 23.25. And it worked out. I entered here. Throughout the day, price was consolidating. And then news hit this morning and it shot price up. You see? But I had a stop loss down here at 2305. It never went down, it just shot up. So you would have situations like that when it's just gonna go your way. Like news will just work out in your favor. But there are some cases that it's not gonna work out in your favor, and you just never know when. You just never know when. If it doesn't work out and it goes the opposite way, hey, at least you got a stop loss. At least you had a stop loss set up there. You know, it prevents you from losing any more money. You know, as long as you have a stop loss, you're winning the trade. So it's very important to have a stop loss. We see price pushing down. I would wait until we hit this 2315 level, because we have price action going on here. This was resistance. This is, I feel like price is gonna push down to 2215 before the move up. We'll see how price reacts within 2315. It just broke below 2325. Let's retesting 2320. We do have that was once the resistance, 2320, because we have here, we have some price action here. Now it's testing that here. You see how price is reacting there? That level, 2320. You see that? Price is reacting at that level. It's giving me that wick. I'm gonna wait. If it gives me a bullish candle and another bullish candle, then that's a confirmation for a buy. If not, wait for the next break of structure and wait for this setup here at 2315. Why? Because when you look left, we have resistance here. We have resistance here. Okay. So right now, price is reacting at 2320. It's seeing whether it's going to be a support or it's going to be a break of structure. It's either going to respect this level and it's going to maintain above that level, or it's going to break structure. It's going to break and they respect 2315. Right now, we see that price is respecting that support. Looking at the 15-minute time frame, it's still giving me a bearish candle. So I would wait before I take any trade. I would wait. I would wait for a confirmation candle. Let's go, CJ. Awesome. Yeah, for those who are in the Phoenix area, come out to our workshop tonight. We have a workshop. We're going to talk more about news and, you know, marking up charts and setting the intentions for tomorrow morning's news, and really game planning. But yeah, guys, come out. For those who are in the Phoenix area, Arizona area, come out to our workshop tonight. We host it every Wednesday from 7 to 9. So I would wait, guys. I know it's the top of the hour. And we have the new 50-minute candle in less than 4 minutes. I'll wait for price. I'll wait for a confirmation candle. If it gives me a bullish 15-minute time frame here, a 50-minute candle, that's a good sign for a buy. If it gives me another bullish candle, even better. If not, if it breaks structure below 2320, I would wait for my next zone to take a buy here at 2315. Wait for that bullish candle to form before you take any trades. Because right now we're witnessing a pullback here. Price is pulling back. Okay, and that's normal. You're gonna expect a pullback. Yeah, I do see gold pushing price down. The 1 hour is still bearish. We also have liquidity here. We have all this liquidity here from all these buyers. So price could potentially push down before they move up. At some point, price is going to hit 2350. It could happen later today when news hit. We could see price pushing down, pushing down, pushing down, and then boom. Right now, we're being patient to see, okay, what's the support? Where is price going to support at? 2315? Maybe. 2310? Maybe. Or 2300? Possibly. We'll see what's our next support before the big move up to 2350 and above. So this is where patience comes in. Trading can be boring, guys. There's a lot of patience, a lot of waiting, a lot of, back testing, watching these candles. So it's somehow you gotta entertain yourself. How do you entertain yourself? Well, read books. Read the Candlestick Trading Bible. The Candlestick Trading Bible is how you learn how to really study these candles, how you learn the confirmation candles. Listen to some audios, really train your eyes. Train your eyes by looking at these patterns, looking at the break and retest, looking at the break of structure, trading from zone to zone. That's how I've been able to study. So we see price gave me a wick at 2320. We just hit the 15-minute mark. Let me see. 15-minute candle. So I went halfway to this imbalance. and it hit 23.20. Yeah, I still see price pushing down. But we still have news later today. So we could see price pushing down. Or this could be, people, you could have caught the buy here at 22.20, to be honest, because it gave me that wick. This is more like a sniper move here. This is more of a sniper move for the buy. Yeah, that's halfway to that imbalance. That's crazy how it worked out. You see this? I went halfway to this imbalance here. This is a sniper entry right here. 23.20, 23.25 could have been your stop, your TP1, TP2, 23.30, TP3, 23.35. You guys could have caught the buy there, or you guys can also wait for 23.15 area because price could potentially push down to this area and then boom. This game is all about probability, so you want to catch as many ways. Yeah, I think next thing is going to be bullish. I do see gold pushing up. At the end of the day, gold is going to go to 2,500, regardless of what happened. Gold is going to go to 2,500 plus. So I'm bullish on gold. I'm bullish. Right now, it's the best time to buy gold. Like, you guys can put an entry right now, a swing entry, and just ride it to 2,500 because that's where it's headed. Right now, we're in an accumulation zone. I just showed you guys earlier where we're at. We're in an accumulation. We're in the green zone right now. Look what happened last time. We were in accumulation and it shot up. Accumulation right now, just accumulating, and it's going to shoot up. You see that? Accumulation, boom. Same thing here. Right now, it's just accumulating, and then eventually it's going to shoot up. We're just looking for that support. Okay, what's the next support? Like, what's the pullback? Where it's going to support before the big move up? That's what we're looking for, because yes, this morning shot price up, but it could push back down to a certain level where it's going to be like a strong support. I'm looking at 23.10, 23.15 area to be our last support before the big move up to 2,500. So I do see price coming down. Oops. I do see price coming down at some point, coming down to a certain support level, maybe 23.15, 23.10, before the big move up. I do see that happening. So at the micro scale, at the smaller scale, we're experiencing a pullback. When we look at the bigger picture, it's like positioning itself for a bull run. See that? Like it did here last time? Like it shot up. Let's pretend that we're here, right? here. This bullish candle was news. This was probably news. Yeah, May 1st news. It resulted in a bullish candle, came back down. You see, after this bullish candle, after news, it came down, just like I was doing a pullback now. Same thing here. News happened, boom, a bullish candle. And then it came back down, pullback, and then started consolidate, and then push up again, and then boom. So we could see something similar to this here. When news hit this morning, big push up, and then came back down for the pullback. New York open, consolidated, and when later today we see Federal Reserve, the Fed rate, they announce it. We're going to see another push up, and then consolidate, and then finally a break through to the upside. You see that here. Right now we're here. You see, we saw a big push up. Now we're going to see a pullback, and then it's going to consolidate, and then it's going to push up, and then you're going to see a breakthrough to the upside. I hope you guys are following along. If you guys are getting some value, if we're on the same page, drop a 111. Fed news is at 11. 11:30. 11 a.m., that's when they drop the numbers. 11:30 is when Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, he does his speech. So 11, they drop the numbers, and 11:30, 30 minutes after dropping the numbers, they do the speech. So that's 11:30 Mountain Standard Time, 1:30 Central, and then 2:30 Eastern. That's when Jerome Powell can go in and speak. He does a speech. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to end it here because it's been over a half an hour and a half. And this could have been the sniper right here, this move right here for the buy. But like I said, just wait, be patient, wait for the next setup. Like I said, I could see price coming down to 23.15, 23.10 area for the move up. I would just wait, especially because we have news later today. Price can do anything. I would just wait because New York Open is really, it moved, but it really is not, it's not moving. It's right now it's consolidating a little bit. It looks like it's going to consolidate. Price is going to consolidate because we have news coming up later this morning. It's going to position itself for that. We could see price pushing down to 23.15 or to 23.10. We could see a big push up. So I will wait right now. I will wait for it to play out. And just observe, guys, train your eyes. This is not the last opportunity that you guys will see this. There's always another opportunity. So yeah, take this time, especially for my beginners, to study. Just study, observe what's happening. Look at how price is reacting when news hit. Follow market structure. Go back to the videos, the Academy videos, and study. Learn the terminology, learn the basics. Get on Go Live, watch Evan Cabral. Evan Cabral is a guy that teaches about gold, I study from him. Evan Cabral has over almost 10 years of trading gold. So that's my guy. That's my mentor who I study. That's my trading mentor. So I study him. He goes over news. He goes over, market structure, support and resistance. You want to study news? You want to learn more about news? You want to learn more about market structure? tuning to his Go Live, his favorite sessions. It's all under his favorite sessions. Go on there, just start studying. Just watch the Go Live video. It's not that hard, guys. Like trading is simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. And the only challenging part is the mindset, the psychology behind it. All this technicals and all this chart work is very simple. Like I can teach you guys all the technicals, the fundamentals, but if you don't got your mindset right and you don't play this the long game, then you're not going to succeed as a trader. You gotta have that long-term mentality. That long-term mentality with this, man. You gotta really be patient with yourself. Be patient, trust the process. Don't let today define your future. Don't let today define the future and where you're going. Slow and steady wins the race. It's not a race, it's a marathon. You gotta be slow and steady. Be patient with yourself. I had to be patient with myself. It took me years to really get the basics down. It took me years to finally get that clicking moment, that aha moment in my trading. So it's all gonna make sense. It'll all make sense one day. It'll pay off. Just keep showing up. Keep putting in the work. Just putting in the work, man. Show up for yourself. That's all I did. I just showed up. I studied. I put my head down. I just studied. I showed up. I didn't complain. I just showed up, guys. 90% is just showing up. 90% of success is just showing up. 10% is taking action. 90% is just showing up. Showing up to what? To the Go Live, to the Zoom calls, to your studying, doing back testing. That's showing up. 10% is taking action with what you're learning. That's it. That's all I did. That's all I did. And learn as you go. Learn from your lessons. Learn from your mistakes. That's going to be your
Carlos,
biggest teacher.
It's T. Just really quick. Everybody that's on this call, I'm over here like jumping out my skin right now because Carlos, I remember your journey. I think when you were in Houston, and I think now you're in Texas. I mean, in Phoenix now. But if everybody on this call right now, all 50,000 of us on this call, if everybody could unmute right now and just thank Carlos and give him back what he's given us, like everybody unmute your mic right now and just let Carlos have it. Like, thank you, boy. Let's go, man. I'm so proud of you, man.
Thank
Thank you.
Always.
You don't get that enough, bro. So we just want you to know that we appreciate you. We can't drop it the way you drop it. We can't say it the way you say it. We can't do it right now, but you better believe, bro, we taking notes, we listening, and one day we're going to be in position where you are, and you're going to be even further up, and we're going to keep watching, and we're going to keep doing what you're doing so that we can be in this position, so that we can help others. I just want to give you that love back, bro. I love you, King. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm at work in a closet. I wish I could show y'all. Like, literally, I'm at work in a closet. Let me show y'all really quick.
Yo.
Oh, man, I had to put my background on right quick. But, like, literally, I am at my job. Look, I'm in uniform, in a closet, listening at this call. I'm like about ready to jump out my skin because I'm like, yo, we got to get this dude back this love, man. We appreciate you. I got to get off here because I got to go work a flight. I love you, King. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You making me want to cry because I feel like it's all coming full circle for me right now. And I know it's other people probably on this call like, yo, this is crazy. I love each and every one of y'all on here. Keep doing what you're doing. Trust the process. Y'all keep the same energy throughout the rest of the day, and it'll start clicking every time we get on these calls. I love y'all. Peace.
Wow. I love you so much, T. Yo, drop some fire emojis, some hearts for T. She's been a huge supporter of mine since day one. And I really do appreciate you, sis, like for real. And I appreciate every single one of you guys for continuing to jump on, for trusting me, trusting your trades, and this is what drives me even more to even like teach you guys and showing up, because I'm doing it for you guys. I'm doing it for the culture, for everybody. And, I don't have to do these calls, but I get to do these calls. Like I wake up every morning, I get to hop on, I get to host these calls. I get to, share my knowledge and what I've been able to learn over the years. I get to, You know, and I'm grateful that, you know, we have a community here. We have the vehicle to take all of us where we want to go. And, you know, and if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for the community, I wouldn't be here to this day. Can you guys see me, by the way? Can you guys see me? Drop a 1-1 if you guys can see me. Uh I decided to turn on my camera because it's not lagging. We're good. Because like typically when I turn on my camera, it tends to lag. I'll say, okay, so you're not able to see me? Can you guys see me?
Nah.
Let me see. Can you guys see me now? We're good? Are we good? I know my hair is messed up. I need a haircut. But yeah, that goes to show like I'm here, guys. I'm showing up, you know, you
I'm
know, it
not
doesn't matter
working.
how
I'm
I look.
showing up, bro.
What was that?
I said, I'm not
Yeah.
working. I'm showing up.
Let's go. I see my boy Tony right there. Okay. Yo, we have people on this call. We have people on these calls at work and still showing up, still on the call, still plugging in. Like, yo, that just brings fulfillment in my heart. Like, man, I respect you guys for real, and I
Yes,
appreciate you
sir.
guys. I thank you guys so much for like, you know, for always showing up, for like listening, for taking notes, for always being a student. And you know, it doesn't matter if it's like I don't care how I look, you know, like this is just yo, it's early in the morning. I show up, you know, I show up no matter what, you know, for you guys. And um, you know, I do need a haircut though. Like it's time for me to cut. But I just been grinding, family. That's how you know when you're in grind mode, that you don't care how you look like you're just focused, you're just in a zone, you're just grinding, you know. Um, when you're locked in, you're locked in. And you know, and this is what I do. And you know, on my free time, you know what I do? I just read. I listen to audios, I do some chart work, I do some back testing. When I'm bored, I do some back testing. When I'm bored, I study, I look at charts, I look at how price is moving. You know, I train my eyes. That's all I do, you know. And this is a lifestyle. It's a part of me. You know, trading is a part of me. As my trading is a lifestyle. You treat this like a profession, it's going to pay like a profession. You treat this like a business, it's going to pay like a business. You know, like trading is a lifestyle, guys. Like it's a part of me. You know, like there are days that, well, like I actually like all day I would just like think about charts. Like I would like on my when I'm not on my screen, when I like off my laptop, and when I'm at work or when I'm like, you know, running errands, like I would just picture charts in my head. I'm so obsessed to the point where like I just see charts in my head now. Like I would dream about charts, you know. um Yo, I would visualize. I remember when was it? I think it was the last CPI news. I visualized the big impulsive move. I visualized that bullish candle going my way, and it went my way. Like it was just there are times that I would visualize my trades, and it goes my way. It's so cool. But yeah, guys, like like be so obsessed with this, like make this like an obsessive skill to the point where like, yo, visualize it, you know, see it, like see the amount of money you want to earn, see the trading account, see the investing account, like see it in your mind, because whatever you can see in your mind, you can hold in your hand. What you can see in your mind, you can hold in your hand, right? So visualize it, picture in your head, what do you want? You know, what do you really want? And that's and I use the power of imagination. You know, it's your imagination. Imagine yourself, you know, withdrawing, cashing out. You know, envision yourself hitting your TPs, like envision yourself hitting that trading account. You know, like you really use your imagination because it's so powerful. And there are sometimes I would use my imagination. I would visualize, you know, my trade going my way, and you know, hitting TPs, you know, withdrawing, you know, teaching this, doing these calls. Like guys, I literally manifested this. Like these calls, doing these calls and hosting these calls, I envision myself hosting these calls, right? So it's so important to really picture what it is that you want in your head before it becomes a physical reality. Because there's two ways that you can create. You create in the spiritual, and you can create in the physical. But the unseen becomes a seen. The unseen becomes the seen. So whatever you picture in your head, it's gonna manifest. It's gonna transform into its physical form, into its physical reality. So picture what you want in your head, write it down on paper, you know, imagine it, visualize it, like see it, see yourself in that position, see yourself as a trader you want to become, see yourself as a person you want to become, see yourself already that person now. Act as if you already there. Act as if you already there. Okay. Don't act like, you know, like pretending or pretending something that you're not, but act as if you already there, like you already accomplished your goals. So right now I'm acting as if I'm already the 7-figure trader I want to become, because 6 figures is done. Like following this trading plan, this 8-step system, this trading plan, and staying consistent with it, it's only a matter of time you're gonna hit 6 figures with this. Like you guys stick with me, I'm here no matter what. Like regardless, I'm here. I'm gonna be here. Like I'm gonna be here for life. So you stick with me. We're all making 6 figures. Stick with me. We're all making 6 figures in our trading, in our investing. Stick with me. I'm telling you guys, stick with me till the end. We're all gonna go to the top. We're all gonna be eating. We're all making 6 figures. We're all gonna be making 7 figures. It's only a matter of time. We just gotta stay consistent. We just gotta show up and act as if we already there. Start seeing it, start visualizing it, start seeing yourself in that position and seeing other people in that position, right? Because it's not
No,
about us.
sigue, sigue. Let's
It's
get
not
it.
about us. It's not about us. It's about the people we can help, the people we can help with this information, the people that need this information, right? I'm doing these calls not just because of me, because of you guys and because of other people out there, right? That's why, that's my intention of these calls, is because I'm showing you guys what has helped me, what I've been able to learn over the years, right? From all the events I went to, the workshop, the seminars, the notes, the trainings, you know, the private mentorship that I like besides IM, right? I got private mentorship outside of from IM, from trading, from one of my mentors. So she taught me some nuggets that I'm applying here, and I'm showing you guys what I've been able to learn from that. Like that liquidity, I got it from her. You know, that from that private mentorship. You know, liquidity sweeps and balances. You know, the Fibonacci. I got it from that private mentorship. So like, it's not just everything I learned from the IM, but yes, I'm taking what I learned from outside of IM and I'm just applying it here. It's a whole mixture of everything. Like I just simplified it in that 8-step process. You know, and for the confirmation checklist, you don't have to get everything down. You get 3 to 4 of those confirmations, you're good. It's a solid trade. You don't have to go every single step, because I've been asked that. Like, you don't have to follow or get all those 8 steps down before you take a trade. Just at least you get 3 to 4 confirmations, 3 to 4 solid confirmations. It's a good trade to take. You don't have to like satisfy every single one of those steps. As long as you get 3 to 4 confirmations, it's a solid trade. It's good. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that real quick. But yeah, guys, like definitely study, show up. And again, I appreciate you guys for the support, for the love. You know, I really, really do appreciate you guys, and I'm grateful, man. Today's a special day. Tomorrow's gonna be an even bigger day, and the rest of this week and the rest of this year. But I hope you guys got some value today. Drop some fire emojis in the chat box. You guys got some value. And have a blessed day, and be safe out there. And for those that are going to Mexico, I'll see you in Mexico, in Monterrey, in person. I hope I get to meet you guys in person in Monterrey, Mexico. Let me know in the chat if you guys going to Mexico. Drop some MX in the chat. You guys are going to Mexico. MX. I will see you guys there. It's gonna be a movie. Let's connect. When you guys see me in person, let's take some pictures. Let's collaborate. Let's ask me any questions. I'll be here. But yeah, I'm excited to see you guys. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I'll keep you guys posted in the chat. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys. Go out
Thank you,
there and make it
Carlos.
happen. You're welcome, welcome. Go out there and make it happen. Go out there and chase your purpose. Don't chase a paycheck, but chase your purpose. All right, family. God bless. Peace.